Hello, Holistic Heroes. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to this week's episode of the Holistic Living for Body, Mind, and Spirit podcast, courtesy of Violet Spring.
All right, let's dive into this energy thing. We got this blog post, The Energy Shift by Violet Spring. She's a holistic life coach. And it's about how aligning your energy can really impact your well-being, like physically, emotionally, even spiritually.
Right.
Have you ever just felt completely drained, like stuck? Maybe your energy needs a little tune-up. That's what Violet's saying.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, actually, this whole concept. It's like, it kind of bridges ancient wisdom with modern science, like traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurveda. They've always been about energy flow.
Exactly.
But now we're getting scientific research that's backing it up. It's cool.
That's what really caught my eye, too. It's not just, some old wives' tale anymore. So for someone who's totally new to all this, how would we explain energy alignment?
Okay, so Violet Spring, she describes it as like a harmonious flow of life force in our bodies.
Okay.
You can think of it like a river. When the river's flowing freely, everything's thriving. But you get a dam or a blockage, the flow gets messed up, and the whole ecosystem suffers.
Interesting.
It's kind of like that with our energy. It needs to flow smoothly for us to feel our best.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And you mentioned science is backing this up now. What kind of research are we talking about?
So there's the research on biofields. Those are the electromagnetic fields that our bodies generate.
Okay.
And the research suggests that these fields actually interact with our environment.
Wow.
And they can even be influenced by our emotions.
Hold on. So you're saying our feelings actually have measurable energy?
Yeah, that's what the research is showing. For example, the HeartMath Institute, they've shown that the heart generates this powerful electromagnetic field that goes out several feet from the body.
Wow, really?
And get this, they found that positive emotions like love and gratitude actually make the heart's field more coherent, more harmonious.
That's incredible. It's not just some fluffy feel-good idea. Our emotions actually have real energetic impact.
Exactly. And then there's biophotons, these tiny particles of light that our cells give off.
Okay.
And some scientists think they're super important for how our cells communicate, maybe even involved in regulating our energy flow.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. So we have these invisible energy fields and light particles all interacting inside and around us. It makes me wonder, how do we even know if our energy is misaligned? Are there signs we can look out for?
Yeah, Violet Spring actually lists out a bunch of common red flags in her blog post.
Okay, give me the logo.
So one is constant fatigue, even when you're getting enough sleep.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it. Some mornings I could sleep for a week and still be tired.
Right. Another one is being emotionally all over the place. If your moods are swinging a lot or you just feel overwhelmed by your emotions, that could be a sign too.
Okay.
And then how about those unexplained aches and pains that never seem to go away?
Ugh. Yes, no matter what you do.
Exactly. Violet Spring thinks those aches, especially if doctors can't figure out why you have them, could mean your energy is blocked.
Wow.
It's getting stuck, creating tension and discomfort.
This is making me think about how we always try to fix the symptoms without getting to the root cause, Maybe we should be focusing on an energetic tune-up instead of just popping painkillers all the time.
Yeah, that's a great point. And that's where energy alignment comes in, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's all about tackling those imbalances, getting that harmony and vitality back. Not just masking the symptoms, but getting to the core of the issue.
I like that, getting to the core of it. So we talked about signs of misaligned energy. Now for the million-dollar question. How do we fix it? What are some of those energy-boosting techniques Violet Spring recommends?
Okay, so one of the foundational things she talks about is energy clearing. Think of it like spring cleaning, but for your energy field. Getting rid of any stagnant or negative energy that's blocking everything up.
All right, I'm all about a good energetic cleanse. What are some of her techniques?
She talks about smudging, where you burn herbs like sage or Palo Santo to clear out negative energy.
I've heard of smudging.
Yeah.
It's like hitting the reset button on your energy, right?
Yeah.
But how does it actually work?
Well, a lot of people believe the smoke from the herbs, it kind of carries the negative energy away with it, Creates a sense of purification and renewal. It's something that's been practiced for centuries in tons of different cultures.
Wow, that's fascinating. It's amazing how those old traditions are still so relevant,
Totally. Another technique she mentions is sound healing.
Oh, I've heard of sound baths.
Yep.
Those sound amazing. So relaxing. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, sound baths are a great example. They use instruments like singing bowls or tuning forks to create these immersive soundscapes that promote deep relaxation and energetic clearing. The vibrations from the instruments can help dislodge those energetic blockages and bring back a sense of balance.
Okay, sound healing is officially on my list to try. Any other energy clearing techniques she mentions?
Yeah, she also talks about energy medicine techniques like Reiki and acupuncture.
Okay.
They work with the body's subtle energy systems, using different approaches to remove blockages and promote that harmonious flow of energy.
Reiki and acupuncture. Those are more like hands-on approaches, right?
Yeah.
Can you explain how they work? I'm curious about like the mechanisms behind these practices.
Sure. So Reiki, it's a gentle, non-invasive practice where a practitioner channels universal life force energy into the person receiving it. And this energy flows through specific pathways, clearing blockages and promoting healing on different levels.
So it's like a jump start for your energy system.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And then acupuncture, that uses these thin needles inserted into specific points along the body's energy meridians to stimulate the energy flow and restore balance.
I've heard it can be really effective for pain and just overall wellness.
It's been around for thousands of years, and now modern research is starting to figure out how it works.
That's pretty cool.
Both Reiki and acupuncture work with the body's energy systems, but they offer different approaches and benefits.
So many options. It seems like there's this whole toolbox of energy clearing techniques out there.
Right.
How do we know which one is right for us?
It's really about trying different things and seeing what clicks for you. Maybe you're drawn to the ritual of smudging, or you like the vibrations of sound healing. Or maybe the hands-on approach of Reiki or the precision of acupuncture is more your thing. Just experiment and discover what feels best.
I like that. It's about honoring our individual energetic blueprint, right?
Yeah.
And finding the practices that support our unique journey.
Yeah.
But let's not forget about movement and breath work. Those are important for energy alignment too, right?
Absolutely. Movement and breath work, they're essential for cultivating energetic harmony. They get that energy flowing, release stagnation, and help us reconnect with the vitality we have inside.
Okay, I'm ready to get moving. What kind of movement are we talking about?
Things like Qigong and yoga, which we touched on earlier, are great examples. They combine mindful movement with specific postures and breathing techniques to really boost the energy flow throughout the body.
I've tried yoga before, and I always feel so much more grounded and energized afterwards. It's like those poses are like strategically designed to unblock those energy channels.
Exactly. These ancient practices are full of wisdom developed over centuries to optimize energy flow and well-being. And we can't forget about pranayama, the yogic breathing exercises.
Right, pranayama. You mentioned alternate nostril breathing earlier, I think. I've heard that's really good for calming the mind. Can you tell me a bit more about how that works?
Yeah, it's called Nadi Shodhana in Sanskrit.
Okay.
And it basically involves alternating the flow of your breath between your nostrils. This simple technique helps balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain, bringing a sense of calmness and clarity.
Oh, that sounds like something I could definitely use, especially on those days when my mind is racing a mile a minute. So beyond these specific practices, how can we just bring more mindful movement into our everyday lives?
It doesn't have to be complicated. Going for a walk in nature, dancing to your favorite music, or even just stretching gently throughout the day can help invigorate your energy and release any built-up tension.
I love that. It's not about forcing yourself into something you hate. It's about finding movement that feels good and making it a natural part of your life.
Yeah.
This is all starting to make so much sense. It's like we have this incredible power to influence our energy through our thoughts, our emotions, our actions, and even our environment.
Exactly. And as we get more in tune with our energy, we can make choices that support more harmony and vitality.
This has been so insightful so far. We've covered a lot, from the science behind energy fields to those practical techniques for clearing and boosting our energy.
Yeah.
And I know there's more to come. I'm excited to get into those advanced energy practices you mentioned earlier.
Me too. We'll get into those in our next segment, along with how to create a really harmonious environment, energetically speaking, that can support our overall well-being. Stay tuned.
Okay, so we've talked about clearing and boosting our energy and all that. Now I'm curious about how our environment fits into all of this. You mentioned something about environmental harmony before.
Yeah, that's right. We've been focusing on the internal stuff, but Our external environment is super important too for our energetic well-being. I mean, just like we clean up and balance our internal energy, we got to do the same for our spaces, the places we actually live and work in.
That's interesting. It makes me think about how some places just feel good to be in, and others feel kind of draining or just chaotic.
Exactly. Our physical surroundings are always interacting with our energy fields.
Wow.
So if we can create a home or a workspace that supports that high frequency energy, it can make a huge difference in how we feel.
It's like, it's not just about making things look nice, it's about creating an energetic sanctuary. So where do we even begin with that?
A great first step is decluttering.
Okay.
Physical clutter can actually block energy flow. Kind of like those dams and debris we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Clearing that stuff out can make a big difference.
Oh, I always feel so much lighter and more energized after I declutter. It's not just my space that feels clearer, my mind does too.
Exactly. And then think about bringing in some natural elements.
Okay.
Plants, for example, they're like natural energy purifiers, and they can really raise the vibration of a room.
I love having plants around, but I never really thought about it that way, from an energetic perspective.
Yeah.
What is it about plants that makes them such good energy boosters?
Well, they're full of life force energy.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, they clean the air, which can really help our mood and energy levels, too. It's like bringing a little bit of nature's energy indoors, which can be super grounding and calming.
Makes sense. What about other natural elements, like crystals? I've heard a lot about how they have, energetic properties.
Crystals are fascinating. Yeah. Each one has its own unique vibrational frequency that can interact with our energy fields. For example, rose quartz is known for its gentle, heart-opening energy, while amethyst is often used for calmness and intuition.
Oh, wow. So it's like you're choosing crystals based on the kind of energy you want in your space.
Yeah, you could say that. It's a way to personalize your environment and create an atmosphere that supports your well-being.
I love that. It's like building an energetic support system right in your home. Are there any other easy ways to shift the energy of the space?
Oh, for sure. Essential oils can be really powerful. Lavender, for example, is known for its calming and relaxing effects. While citrus oils like lemon and orange can be super uplifting and energizing. You can diffuse them or use them topically.
I'm a huge fan of essential oils. The way scent can affect our mood and energy is amazing. And what about those Himalayan salt lamps? I've seen them around, but I'm not really sure what they do.
Salt lamps are thought to release negative ions, which can help purify the air and create a more balanced, harmonious atmosphere. Plus, they give off this warm, inviting glow that can be really soothing.
So we've got plants, crystals, essential oils, salt lamps. So many simple and enjoyable ways to make our environment more energetically supportive.
Exactly. It's all about being mindful of the energy we surround ourselves with and making conscious choices to create spaces that nourish our well-being.
I love that.
How that?
Okay, so we've talked about clearing and boosting our energy. And now we've got these ideas for a more harmonious environment. It's all starting to come together. But I am curious about those advanced energy practices we touched on earlier. What are some techniques that people can try if they want to take their energy work to a deeper level?
That's a great question. There's so much out there to explore. One area we mentioned was quantum resonance practices. These involve tapping into what's called the zero-point field, a concept from quantum physics.
Okay, that sounds a bit mind-bending.
Right.
Can you break that down a little more?
So imagine the zero-point field as this ocean of pure energy, where everything is connected. Quantum resonance practices suggest that we can actually access this field and use our intentions to influence our reality.
It's like we're consciously co-creating with the universe.
Exactly. It's a powerful concept.
So what do these practices actually look like?
Visualization is a key part of it.
Okay.
One technique involves visualizing your energy field as a crystalline structure. And then you use focused intention and breath work to upgrade its vibration.
It's like consciously raising your energy to a higher frequency.
That's it. It's pretty fascinating.
It is. Are there any other advanced techniques that Violet Spring mentions in her blog post?
She also talks about biofield tuning, which uses sound waves to harmonize and balance the human biofield.
Okay.
It's based on the idea that we all have this electromagnetic field around us.
Right. We were talking about the biofield before, that energetic blueprint that surrounds us. So how does biofield tuning actually work?
Practitioners use these special tuning forks. They can detect areas of resistance or dissonance in the biofield and then use sound healing to bring things back into harmony.
Wow, so it's like using sound to fine-tune our energy.
Yeah, it's a gentle but powerful way to address energetic imbalances.
This is so cool. I love how these techniques blend ancient wisdom with modern science. It's incredible to think we have the power to influence our energy on such a deep level. But I'm also wondering, how do we know if any of this is actually working? Are there like measurable results, or is it more about trusting our intuition?
That's a great question. Energy work can be subtle, but there are definitely ways to track your progress and understand how these practices are affecting you.
I'm all ears. How do you measure something as, as intangible as energy?
One of the most powerful tools we have is our own self-awareness.
Okay.
By paying attention to our physical sensations, our emotions, and our overall well-being, we can start to notice subtle shifts and changes. Those changes might be a sign that our energy is becoming more balanced and aligned.
So it's about tuning into our own inner compass and noticing how we feel before and after we do these practices.
Exactly. Maybe you start to feel more physically energized and vibrant, or you sleep better, or maybe you notice a decrease in pain or discomfort.
That would be amazing. Feeling those positive shifts would definitely be encouraging. But are there any more objective measures? I'm just curious about the science behind it all.
There are a few technological tools like GDV cameras, which can capture images of your energy field, and HRV monitors, which track your heart rate variability. But those aren't always easily accessible.
That's true. So it seems like self-awareness and paying attention to those subtle shifts within ourselves are key.
Definitely. You know yourself better than anyone.
That's true.
Trust your intuition and honor your own experience. Journaling can also be really helpful for tracking your progress and noticing patterns over time.
Journaling, that's a great idea. Okay, we've covered so much energy clearing, movement, breath work, creating a harmonious environment, and even those advanced techniques.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in. I kind of feel like I need a roadmap.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's normal to feel that way when you're learning about something new. In our next segment, we'll dive into Violet Spring's suggestions for creating daily energy rituals. These can help you integrate all these practices into your life in a manageable way.
That sounds perfect. I can't wait to hear about how to create a personalized energy toolkit to support well-being. All right, so we talked about all these amazing techniques for clearing and boosting our energy, but how do we actually make it a part of our lives? It's one thing to understand it all, but actually putting it into practice, that's the real challenge.
Absolutely. It can feel a little overwhelming at first with so many different things to try, but Violet Spring, she has this really helpful framework in her blog post.
Okay.
She suggests creating daily rituals for energy alignment, like simple but powerful routines.
I love that idea. Rituals. It just makes it feel more intentional, more manageable.
Exactly.
So what kind of rituals is she talking about?
She breaks it down into morning, midday, and evening routines. So starting with the morning, she says it's important to dedicate about 15 minutes to setting a positive, energetic tone for the day. It's like giving yourself that energetic tune-up before you jump into everything else.
Okay, 15 minutes, that sounds doable. I can already picture myself like sipping my coffee and aligning my energy. What does this morning ritual actually look like?
Well, she starts with 3 minutes of conscious breathing.
Oh.
Just focusing on the natural rhythm of your breath. Or you could try a specific pranayama technique, like that alternate nostril breathing, the Nadi Shodhana.
Right, that's supposed to be great for calming the mind and balancing those brain hemispheres. I'm going to try that one for sure. What's next in the morning routine?
Then she recommends 5 minutes of energy meridian tapping.
Tapping. Okay, I've heard of that, but never really understood what it is. Can you explain a bit more?
Yeah, so basically you use your fingertips to gently tap on specific points along these energy pathways in your body, called meridians. And it's thought to help release energetic blockages and bring more emotional balance.
So it's like acupressure, but you do it on yourself.
Pretty much. And there are specific tapping sequences for different emotions or things you're dealing with. It's super versatile.
Okay, I can see how that could be a really helpful way to start the day, Just getting that clear, balanced mind right from the beginning.
Exactly. And then after the tapping, it's time for a 5-minute chakra alignment visualization.
Oh, the chakras, those energy centers we talked about.
Yep.
Can you remind me how those fit in again?
Sure. So the chakras are often pictured as these spinning wheels of energy that run along your spine. And each one is connected to different parts of us, like physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Right.
When our chakras are balanced and aligned, that's when the energy can flow freely, bringing a sense of harmony and well-being.
It's like making sure all our energetic systems are running smoothly.
Exactly. There are tons of ways to visualize and balance the chakras. Violet Spring recommends a simple practice where you bring your attention to each chakra, starting at the base of your spine and moving up.
Okay.
You visualize each chakra as a spinning wheel of light, getting brighter, clearer, and more balanced with each breath you take.
I like that. Like you're giving each energy center a little love and attention.
Exactly. And then, to wrap up the morning ritual, she suggests 2 minutes of grounding exercises.
Grounding. We talked about that before, how important it is for feeling centered and connected to the Earth's energy.
Yeah.
Any specific exercises she suggests?
You could stand barefoot on the grass or soil.
Okay.
Imagine roots growing down from your feet into the earth. Or you can just focus on how your body feels connected to your chair or the floor.
Simple but powerful. I
Yeah.
like it. Okay, so that's the morning routine for round. But what about those midday energy slumps? How do we keep that energy flowing throughout the day?
That's where those micro adjustments come in. Remember we talked about those? They're those quick energy practices you can do anywhere, anytime, just to help you stay balanced and energized.
Oh yeah, those quick energy boosts. Can you give me some examples?
Violet suggests something called the 60-second energy shield reinforcement. It's a visualization to strengthen your energetic boundaries. You basically picture a shield of light all around you, filtering out any unwanted energy.
Like a force field.
Exactly.
I need that. Some days it feels like I'm soaking up everyone else's stress and emotions.
Right. And then if you're feeling drained in the afternoon, try a few minutes of desk yoga. Just simple stretches and twists you can do right in your chair.
Desk yoga. I love it.
Yeah.
I sit at my desk for hours, and by the end of the day, I'm so stiff. A few stretches would be amazing.
And don't forget about hydration. Sipping water throughout the day isn't just good for your physical health, it can also boost your energy.
I know I need to drink more water, but how do we make it more conscious?
As you're drinking, set an intention to infuse the water with positive energy. You could even picture it cleansing and energizing your cells as you drink.
That's a great idea. So simple but powerful. Okay, so we've got morning and midday covered. What about winding down in the evening? What's Violet Spring's take on that?
She recommends an evening energy reset.
Okay.
This could be something like energy combing, where you visualize combing through your aura with your hands, getting rid of any stagnant or negative energy from the day.
Oh yeah, energy combing. We talked about that before. It sounds so relaxing.
It is. She also suggests an auric cleansing with selenite or sage to purify your energy field. Selenite is a beautiful crystal known for its high vibrations, and sage is a classic for energetic cleansing.
Love the smell of burning sage. It's so grounding.
And then, of course, a gratitude practice before bed is super important to cultivate that positive energy.
Gratitude is so powerful. I always feel so much more peaceful when I take time to appreciate the good things.
Right. And finally, she talks about prepping your sleep environment with calming frequencies, like diffusing lavender oil or playing some soothing music. You're creating that energetic sanctuary for rest and rejuvenation.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I can practically feel the stress melting away just thinking about it.
The key is to find what works best for you and create your own evening routine that helps you let go of the day's stress and get ready for a good night's sleep.
I love that. So we've covered so much in this deep dive. It's incredible. I feel like I have this whole new understanding of energy and how it impacts our well-being. I'm excited to start putting all of this into practice.
That's great to hear. And remember, energy alignment, it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's not about reaching some perfect end goal. It's about finding what works for you, honoring your own rhythm, and building a practice that supports your well-being over time. Try different techniques, be patient with yourself, and most importantly, enjoy the process.
Be sure to check the description below for all the goods on this week's topic. And remember, being your own holistic hero is easy. Just like and subscribe to join the journey. Thanks for watching.